by the way, concerning spirit lamp, I light it a little bit later, but we have a lot of movies, videos describing our practical work, so that's why standard recommendation, one palm from the edge of the table, but again, as it will be more comfortable. This is okay, looking like. So people, next moment. Today I'll show you how to make slides from two kinds of media, liquid medium, this one, and solid medium. Solid medium, in this case, slant agar. Then we'll make microscopy of the material made by us. So, more easy to prepare slide from liquid medium, so that's why I'll begin directly from it. Like practical recommendations, there are more elderly, more thick slides, and more advanced, modern thin slides. Thin slides in most situations look more preferable, but they might be easily broken. That's why I recommend you to choose maybe clean and more thick slides, looks better for primary, especially for primary skills. So I took this glass, so then bottom of the slide as well, put it here. So, and I have to limit the area of my future slide from the bottom. So making something resembling oval. These like scribes don't write. No, something like. So, and if it will, next slide will be with solid medium, this will be from liquid. I'll indicate at the bottom like letter L, something like this. Why not? So, this is done. Then I have to remove lipids and other hydrophobic impurities from the area of my future slide. That's why there are a lot of methods how to remove hydrophobic contaminations. So typically are solvents like ether, ethanol, anything of that, but we use the simplest and cheapest one like soap. Cover the area of the slide with soap. It includes hydrophobic fatty acids like palmitic, stearic and so on that will absorb them. So people, but the major problem that together with fatty acids, the soap carries some amount of proteins that will be easily stained. So that's why our task will be to remove this soap back together with all absorbed things as maximally as possible. The area should be totally transparent. If necessary to take 2-3 papers more, take them, no problem. No, looks normal. So, place. By the way, one more indication. Possible to put the slide like I did, or even more standard recommendation to manipulate with the slide upon this rack. Sometimes even looks more visible. As you like. I prefer here, it's equal. This is done. Next moment, people. Now time, only now, time to light spirit lamp. So, and time to take microbiological wire loop. If it is curved by previous groups of students, make it straight before manipulations. Something like that. Maybe. So, no, usually here there are no problems how to hold the loop. Imagine that you want to write with pen. So, like a pen in your right working hand, this way. Then sterilization goes. It's not like completely official recommendation, but I prefer to put the elbow upon the table, stable position, and begin to sterilize the wire loop until it becomes totally red. Something like this. And then sterilize loop holder. 2-3 movements will be okay. Okay. Usually, how to manage how to hold the wire loop, no problems. All the problems arise when you begin to take culture. So people, trust me, the correct holding of it like a pen but in your left hand. Imagine you want to begin to write with your left hand. Okay? Let it be so. Sometimes, especially for the beginners, looks not comfortable. And a lot of versions I saw even today's morning. That one, finally I am to take something from inside. No people, only this one. I think it's clear why, because you control all the manipulations, you see everything. Okay, this is done. My loop has been sterilized. If to do that, enough rapidly, it will be hot, so that's why. Now, sterilizing of the outlet, the neck of test tube. In reality, it's necessary to sterilize both the plug and test tube, but the plug is made from the wool, so that's why in official recommendation, how to open with little finger of this working hand. Sterilize only the outlet of test tube. Possible to sterilize this one, but for you it will be not this one. And then cool the loop this way. Then take the small portion. Yes, do you see the film? I see. So then sterilize, close, put away, and then put into central part of your prepared area. The drop is visible, and as it is from liquid medium, spread throughout the whole oval. If the laboratory operates with many slides, means dozens or maybe hundreds of slides per one working day, of course, all the next manipulations and even preliminary manipulations of slide making will be automated. Here, everything looks handmade. Sterilize after adding of culture, sterilize the loop, of course, loop holder. So, then next manipulation goes for drying. As I said, automatic dryers can be achieved, but we use, everyone knows Louis Pasteur, right? So, by the way, we celebrated 200 years anniversary of him maybe months before, like middle of January, 15th of January, plus minus, I can make mistake. So that's why now we use tricks or maybe skills, even prepared maybe Pasteur or before. Through your own fingers, you will dry this slide, something like this. By the way, why this way? Because you will easily feel when the slide will become overburned. Your fingers will be burned first, then the slide will be burned. So people, if slide enough moist, by the way, like this one, not an exception, sometimes difficult to hold. So that's why I recommend you to make more simple thing, like this one, only control the temperature. This height is okay. Not only put down, but this will be okay. And slide should be totally dried, because if not well dried, then it will be difficult to fix. Understood? All these manipulations. So people, the moment it dries, I will explain. This slide was done from liquid medium. Next slide will be done almost like this one, but made from solid medium. There will be some differences. I will tell about them at proper moment of time. Okay, no, except maybe the central point, all the rest has been dried. And you saw how few microbial contents I took. Yeah, it was very thin film. You see how many of everything of that remains upon the slide. Especially such a situation will occur when you take slide from solid medium. Trust me. Standard mistakes, and mistake it's not only student mistake, we take more than necessary. Slide appears to be more dense than necessary, difficult for microscopy. Primary rule, the less, the better. Okay? Let it be so. Now, last important moment, fixing of slide. Fixing of slide gives two conditions. First, microbes will be inactivated, means killed, but not yet destroyed. That's why they can be easily absorbed, and slide becomes microbiologically safe. If to speak wrong, I may put after that my elbow upon the slide and will not spread the infection. And second thing, after fixing, microbes will be attached to the bottom of the glass. Fixing is achieved by 3 enough slow movements through the flame. 1, 2, and 3. This is okay. Slide has been fixed. Close spirit lamp. Put it upon the rack. Understood? Just a moment. Да. Clear. Okay. Next moment, I try to demonstrate it in more rapid manner. How to make slide from solid medium. Before that, I forgot to indicate that all our reagents are present upon the tables. If something not enough, or something finished, or something is absent, or last area where is shelf with stands and so on, something we may find there, or ask our laboratory assistant. And all our reagents have footnotes or labels like here. Even distilled water, it has its personal label, дистиллированная вода. Traditionally, only one reagent has no any label. It is universal solvent, sodium chloride, 0.9%, also known as physiological solution, or simply spoken, saline. Here it is saline. Saline traditionally has no any label. We will take next time the material from slant agar. Here it is, solid medium. Our task to transform material from slant agar, from solid medium, into material looking like liquid medium. Understood? Let it be so. Now I begin to prepare one more glass. Maybe here I will take thin glass, no problem. Cleaning the slide. All the waste into waste tray. Making an oval. Better. Then indications that here it is solid medium, I try to write letter S or something like that. Okay? So, and prepare the slide. Now time to light spirit lamp. Our Belarusian matchsticks are very special. Fire. So, okay. Sterilizer the loop. Loop holder. And here it is saline. So hold it. By the way, sometimes I automatically take the saline by single hand, but I don't recommend it, especially for the beginning. Best to take this hand and put it just this way. It will be more easy. Okay, opening, sterilization, cooling the loop, taking the drop of saline. You see something, right? Yes. Sterilization, closing, putting away. And unlike previous case, I don't spread this drop. I simply try to attach it and that's all. Okay? Okay. Principal moment, people. I touched the slide with the loop. Loop was initially sterile, slide is not sterile. That's why now it's not sterile. I have to re-sterilize it if necessary. If you want to take new drop, sterilize at the drop. Sterilize at the drop. All the time after attachment, sterilize, re-sterilize the loop. Okay, re-sterilize it. Now I will take the culture. Here it is slant agar, and the microbes are growing directly like film upon the surface of this agar. That's all. They are not inside, they are solely upon the surface. Opening, sterilization, cooling the loop. And people, as I said, the less, the better. Somewhere starting from here, little bit, yes. Oh, much more than necessary, trust me. As usual, overload it, as usual. So, sterilizing, closing, putting away. And then I try not even to drop everything. Put into the central part of your drop and now spread the whole drop through the whole oval. Done. Sterilize the loop. Hold them. And now dry standard manner as I already explained. So people, was it clear? Was it clear? All right, people, your task will be, here they are, sources of microbes. I will give you them, and you will have 2 test tubes for 2 students, one from liquid medium, one from solid medium. In order not to waste time, who thinks that he or she is more experienced microbiologist will begin slide from solid medium. Person who feels lesser begins from liquid medium. So, and then you will change test tubes. Your task will be to prepare slides to the state as I did. Means dried and then fixed. How to stain, I will explain you little bit later. Little bit later when we all come to this one. Sorry. The fixing 3 times through the flame. 1, 2, and 3. And as I said, by the way, don't ask me why 3 times. Pasture maybe said us to 3 times, not 2, not 4, not 5, 3 times. Okay, 3 means closing spirit lamp. If no need, immediately close. Understood? And then I put it on the rack for next staging. Done? Occupier sits. I'll give you matchboxes I given already. Then I'll give you cultures. Your slide from liquid medium. From this one, okay, move it to the central position. Anyway, doesn't matter. Okay, it's okay. So, and cover the area.
This is methylene blue.
Methylene blue, as I said, 7-10 minutes. In reality, the whole time of the break. So, this is fuchsin. You may add yourself, I'll simply show you. And no, maybe it's even okay. So this is for 2 minutes, then wash away. Okay? Do this the rest of
Focusing
class.
is 2 minutes and then wash away.
Yes. How to wash, no problem.
That is for 17 minutes.
That's for 7 minutes.
7 or 17?
7 minutes.
Do please. Wash away. Fortunately not in the center, but anyway. To remove the extra water from the bottom, you may do with any intensity you want. Then, beyond the borders of the slide, also simply soak and remove the water to prevent its next spread. Something like this. Help me with straight. Move it closer. Thanks. So, and from left side to be sure. So, surprisingly, but the center of the slide still dry. But if there are some drops or still moist, very gently, it's incorrect manipulation, but with the corner touch the slide and take the rest of water. Understood? Okay, sit back please. Second 0.7 micrometers means 700 nanometer slide. So people, resolving power very approximately lambda divided into 2. And it means the limit of resolving power for bright field microscopy we operate is nearby plus minus 0.2 micrometers, ideal 0.15 like, no maybe even like this one, but usually not achievable. So 0.2. If you remember the size of single microbial cells, small microbial cells like Staphylococcus, round-shaped bacteria, size 0.51 micrometer. Which conclusion can we reach? We operate nearby the limit of resolving power. That's why people don't even ask me which magnification, which mode of bright field microscopy to use. The general answer, the maximal one, the mostly advanced one. It means only one thing, immersion oil 100 magnification. So I know you did some time, you 1, 2, 3 times made immersion oil microscopy or not? I say, no, my opinion, histology one case should be, but doesn't matter. If not, surround this table, I will show you how to make immersion oil microscopy. I will take my slide and move here. So, first of all, a lot of tricks, so it's on or off, comes on the screen. A lot of tricks were prepared directly by students. We long time don't know where to put this cover. Students found, the comfortable position. Okay, never fall down. So, like this on. So people, here it is incorrectly placed magnification 40. No. So people, look for objective lens of immersion and maximal 100. 100 is a white circle, white line, black color indicates immersion. Okay? And put the slide with proper, by the way, this is, in my mind, this is correct position. Into the holder, slide holder. So now needs to take the oil. The immersion oil is present in your boxes. Like this one. I will give back. By the way, maybe more comfortable for you and for me as well, will be first to place oil. All the time looking about the side. So just a second. No, that's correct. So, put in small drop of oil. Strong recommendation by other teachers, also hold the oil in your hands, don't put it upon the table, the traces will remain. So, and putting it back. So, this small drop will be totally enough. So, putting into holder, and then, you see, I even don't look into eyepieces. Lift the stage. Waiting, looking from side position, waiting for primary contact of frontal objective lens. By the way, sorry, someone almost extracted the objective lens. That's why focus might be not found. Okay. Then looking for contact. It will be easily visible. Oh, done. Now into eyepieces, try to find the focus. This looks like E. coli. Polluted water also, right? Oh, by the way, what microbes? Carefully. So focus I found, but where are microbes? Maybe a little bit moist and everything swims. Oh, maybe here. Try to repeat my manipulations and maybe you will be more lucky, you will find more easily. Do please, with the slide. Move down the stage. So, okay? Then, very carefully, with new paper, clean the objective lens. This is critical step to remove the oil. Because if oil will be dry, it needs to very seriously clean objective lenses. Something like this. If need two pieces, use 2 pieces. Maybe even one more. Okay, done. Then switch off and cover it with color. Okay? Do please.